Good morning, students. Today we are learning 1.1 where mind is without fear. This is a very important poem from the board point of view because this poem is written by an Indian poet, a very famous poet, Sir Rabindranath Tagore, born in 1861 to 1941. This poem is also important because this poem was written during the pre-independence period. Sir Rabindranath Tagore wrote this poem with the objective that he wanted India to achieve independence. He prayed to the Almighty that when India gets freedom, he wanted his nation to be fearless. He wanted his people to live fearless. He wanted where every human in India lives a fearless life. And so the title, Where Mind is Without Fear. Initially, he wrote this poem in Bengali and later he translated the same poem in English. In his anthology, Gitanjali. For this poem, he also received a Nobel Prize. Where mind is without fear and head is held high. It means that the poet prays to have a nation where every human lives fearless, where every head is held high with pride. Where knowledge is free. Here, the poet visualizes a nation where knowledge is accessible to one and all, since knowledge and education alone will lead the people from darkness to light. Where world has not broken into fragments by domestic walls. Here, broken into fragments means broken into pieces. Where people are not divided on the basis of caste, color, creed, class. Here, domestic wall means division on the basis of religion, caste, class, creed. India, during the pre-independent period, was divided on the basis of religion, caste, creed. So the poet here wishes, when India attains independence, such division should no longer be there in independent India. The next line, where word comes out from the depth of truth. He also prays where people of such a nation would be truthful and would speak from the depth of their hearts, where tireless striving stretches its arm towards perfection. It means in such a country, the people would give their best and work hard, which would ultimately make them achieve their goal of perfection. Where clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary sand of dead habit. Here, dreary means dull, and dead habit means old habit. It is a dream of the poet that he wants his countrymen to have the power of reason and not give in to age-old superstitious belief. He wants the people not to believe into superstitious ideas. If anyone says you anything superstitious, you should have the power to question him. Only when it is scientifically proved, the poet says, to accept it. The next line, where the mind is forward by thee into ever widening thoughts of action. Here, thee means you. The poet prays to God to help his countrymen progress so that every individual here becomes logical, becomes progressive, and all think broad. Into the heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. I told you, the name of this poem is also Heaven of Freedom. Here, Father means Almighty. He requests God to guide his countrymen into heaven of freedom. Heaven of freedom means total freedom of good thoughts, good words, good deeds, while respecting those of others. Even that is important. Thus, Finally, through this poem, the poet sketches out the ideal form of freedom, and not merely political freedom for his countrymen. He says freedom is not only political, freedom should not only be political but intellectual as well. So, the gist of the poem, he wants